It is indeed a privilege for me to be present here on the occasion of the presentation of the Jamnalal Bajaj Awards 2008. The winner of this year's award humble us in the depth of their commitment, the intensity of purpose, and scope of action. Each of these distinguished personalities deserve our gratitude because, as a people, we have confined Gandhiji to tokenism, remembering him twice a year and confining his image to statues and currency notes. Forgotten is the purpose in his message that the poor of India, who constitute the vast majority, have no stronger defining identity than their poverty. Today is also the occasion to remember Gandhiji's fifth son, Jamnalalji, in whose name and honor these awards have been constituted. Mahatma Ji had described him as a merchant prince who placed at my disposal his ample possession and became the guardian of my time and my health, and he did it all for public good. Ladies and gentlemen, there is another reason for remembering Jamnalal Bajaj. The world today is in the midst of financial woes caused by irresponsible, speculative market activity, aptly described as casino capitalism. Its principal victims everywhere are the common people. This raises questions about the efficacy and the morality of the system. A few years back, the American scholar Philip Bobbitt had described the characteristics of the market state. Such a state, he wrote, depends on the capital markets and to a lesser degree on modern multinational business networks to create stability in the world economy in preference to management by national or transnational political bodies. He added that the market state is largely indifferent to the norms of justice or, for that matter, to any particular set of moral values, so long as the law does not act as an impediment to economic competition. Jamnalalji would not have subscribed to such a depiction of the market. He imbibed and espoused the Gandhian ideal of trusteeship and reduced these to a set of rules of ethical behavior in business. In our culture, this is known as the dharma of the Vaishya. It was upheld as the norm even when not actually observed. Gandhiji and his ideals did not exist in a vacuum. They were revisited in response to the issues of the day. Gandhian values consciously led us to the Constitution of India. The core of the Constitution is embodied in its preamble and in its resolve to secure fraternity to all citizens, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and the integrity of the nation. In legal terms, this fraternity is reflected in our common citizenship. In socio-political terms, fraternity is founded on the acceptance of diversity in all dimensions as the foundation of our society and polity. This fraternity of Indian citizenship has emerged as our primary identity in the modern world. It coexists alongside our other multiple identities, including those defined by class, religion, region, language, community, and the like. These contribute to the Indian identity without distracting from it. The moment distractions begin, they end up diluting the Indian identity. Friends, what is demanded of every citizen, political actor, and agent of the state is scrupulous adherence in letter and spirit to the Constitution. No more, no less. That remains the only binding document that we, the people of India, have given to ourselves. I once again congratulate the winners of the Jamnalal Bajaj Awards today, and I thank Rahul Bajaj ji for inviting me today. Thank you.